And Aaron, today we are going to talk about perhaps my favorite topic of all time, inbound marketing, inbound lead generation. And what we're seeing now is kind of a scary dependence for a lot of companies that are too reliant on inbound lead gen.
Inbound dependency.
Inbound dependency, man. What is the deal with this? Why is it bad? Why is it dangerous? And what should companies do instead?
Right. Well, like every great thing, there's two sides. Like, who doesn't love inbound leads? Yeah. But if you become, there's one thing to be able to use them and grow off them, but there's another thing to become dependent on them. Mm-hmm. So what that looks like is from almost every company, at some point, inbound or organic leads plateau. All right. So when that happens, are you left as a company or as a sales team, kind of almost like a fish flopping on the beach when the water recedes? Or have you developed ahead of time some skills to add some proactivity to the culture, sales culture or marketing culture? Because the danger is you can develop a reactive sales culture, which means, again, I'm a salesperson, I'm getting leads, but if I don't get enough, I'm helpless. If I'm marketing, I'm sort of like getting enough leads, and I haven't really developed the metrics. And by the way, this kind of happened even in our own company, where we were doing marketing. Our organic had plateaued to some extent. We generated a bunch of leads, but they didn't work out. They didn't close, and we hadn't developed like another version of sort of outbound marketing to the level of really like digging into the details to see like how to generate those leads in a way that would close.
Right.
But the whole idea is you want to have a way to be proactive as a company with generating leads and having a sales culture that at least has the ability to be proactive. And that's the danger of when you get too fat and happy on all the inbound leads. Love them, but don't become dependent on them. Don't take them for granted.
Yeah. I mean, I'm an SEO guy. I love inbound marketing, inbound lead gen. Who doesn't, like you said? But the thing is, eventually that keyword universe will be maxed out of bottom funnel purchase intent keywords. There's only so many of them out there. You will max out at some point, and
or get priced out.
Yeah, or get priced out. Exactly right. Or with outbound, I feel like the universe of leads is potentially endless. So,
well, also there can be outbound marketing.
Yeah.
As we talk about, like outbound marketing could be different versions of, like, you just want the skill to be able to go out, whether it's to have a conference in place or, PPC you could call as a version of outbound marketing. You're usually using marketing to go tap into to go get new customers someplace. Outbound prospecting is the classic outbound selling, right? Again, you can kind of, if you build that skill, that capability, you can go out and talk to anyone you want to. You don't have to wait for them to call you. So inbound is awesome. Outbound, whether it's outbound marketing, outbound prospecting, awesome. It's like peanut butter and jelly together, unstoppable. So you want both. And honestly, I don't know how many people are surprised that pick whatever the fastest growing companies in the world. Let's go back to like Facebook, Google, HubSpot, Marketo, I think it's not SurveyMonkey. Let's use SurveyMonkey as something. They all have outbound prospecting programs.
Yeah.
So I think there's a myth that I'll just post this thing up and inbound will kind of people come and buy. I'll just go off inbound and I won't have to sell because I just don't really want to. Yeah. I can just kind of relax. I can relax on top of my computer. But at some point you plateau, and if you haven't, it can take 6 months or 2 years to develop like a real proactive skill of generate leads or change a sales culture. You got to start early.
Yeah, totally.
Before things plateau.
Yeah. So there's a lot more about this in the book. It's in chapter 6 where there's a section called Uncommon Approaches of Hypergrowth CMOs. It was one of my favorite parts of the book. Obviously, me being a marketer, I'm a little biased toward that. But if you want to go get it, go to fromimpossible.com and check it out for yourself. Aaron, anything else to add to this convo, bro?
No, like that's some of the newest content in the revised edition, you said V2 or second edition, the Uncommon CMO section.
Oh, I love it. Awesome. So thanks again, Aaron, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.
Yeah. Thanks, G.
Cool.